This is my NC MX-5 or Miata, and I'm going to be removing the factory side skirts. The previous owner seems to have gotten into a run-in with a curb or something, and there's like this really deep gash on the underside. So I'm going to swap it with a good condition used one that I got, which I've already painted beforehand. So I'm going to be working on the left side of the car. So first thing I've done is I've turned the steering wheel full lock to the left, and that's just to give me some extra room to work in the front left wheel arch. Then I'm going to jack up just the left side, and to do that, what you see me doing here, this is something that is perfectly safe to do on this car, but I wouldn't recommend doing this on most other cars. And the reason is this: for regular cars, they've got a roof that is providing plenty of rigidity to like the center of the car. But the MX-5s and Miatas, they're convertibles, so they don't have a roof to provide rigidity. And what they've done is they've made the side sills and the side rails of the car that much stronger to provide to that additional rigidity and to compensate for not having a roof. So on any other car, you should only jack at the factory designated jacking points along the side sills, which is going to be one closer to the front and one closer to the rear. But on the MX-5, because it is so much stronger on the side sills, you can actually put a jack directly under where the side mirrors are. You can jack it up, no problem. It's not going to cause any damage. So I'm going to jack it up there, and then that allows me to still get my jack stands directly under the two factory jacking points along the side sills. Then I'm going to remove the rear wheel. That's, again, to give me a bit more space to work. Then we're going to use a clip removal tool to remove like the plastic clips and plastic push rivets on the front and rear wheel arches that are holding the side skirt in. Then I'm using a plastic pry tool, and that's to make sure that I don't damage any of the paint, to pry along the top edge of the side skirt. And I'm starting from the rear and working my way down to the front. And as I go along, I'm also spraying silicone lubricant into where there are like these plastic clips lodged into the body of the car, and that's what's holding the side skirt on. Now these clips are kind of arrow shaped, and the way they're designed, it's impossible to remove the side skirt without breaking those clips. So if you're going to be doing this, I would recommend getting a full set of brand new clips before you start, and I've put all of the part numbers in the description below, and where I was able to find the products themselves on Amazon, I've put those links down there as well. Now they are affiliate links, so if you do use those links to make a purchase, I will get a kickback, so thank you in advance. Now once I've got the top half of the side skirt loose, if you just stick your head underneath and have a look at the clips that are holding the side skirt along the bottom, there are these grooves on the side skirts where the clips are kind of slid into. You're gonna firmly tug on the entire side skirt towards the rear of the car. And again, if this side skirt hasn't moved in a long time, there's going to be a ton of dirt that's lodged in there. So I'm using some silicone lubricant along those clips on the bottom as well, just to make it easier to slide the side skirt off. Now with those arrow-shaped clips that are on the upper part of the side skirts, some of those broke off, and part of them is still stuck in the car. So I've got to remove those. And just again, the way they're designed, it's just so hard to remove these without damaging them. And more so when they're stuck in the car like this, it's really hard to get them out without damaging the paint on the car. So even though I was as careful as I could possibly be with my clip removal tool, I still put a few scratches in the paint, and I've got to go over those with some touch-up paint just to prevent any rust. Now you can reuse the clips along the bottom if you want, but I'm going to be replacing them because they're not too expensive. And there's also like a foam gasket on the vehicle side of those clips, and those foam gaskets are probably broken down, so I want to replace those as well. So when you buy those clips brand new, they come with gaskets. Now I want to give you a close-up look at those clips on the bottom. You can see the bar that slides into the grooves on the side skirt, and in line with the ends of that bar, that rectangular part, if you look on the back side, there are two claws. So what you want to do with your flathead screwdriver or your pry tool is get it underneath on either of those ends and try to release one of those clips. And once you got one of those clips released, you should be able to just pry the entire clip and it'll just pop right out. Now you might think that installing the new side skirt is just the reverse. You just slide it back on the bottom and then press the top part in, but it's a lot easier if you remove the clips along the bottom, set them into the side skirt itself, and then all you have to do is just hold up the side skirt, line up the holes with the clips, and just press it on, and it's super easy. Then I gotta put the little plastic push rivets back into the wheel wells, and I'm all done. Hope you found this useful. If you have an NC MX-5 or Miata, do consider subscribing. I've got quite a few other DIY videos and things that you might find useful. If you want to get some supplies to give your car a bit of TLC, make sure you check out the links in the description. Thank you for watching. Bye.